Welcome back to the channel, guys, and welcome to a new video. In today's video I will be diagnosing why my built Evo 8 is pushing coolant when I am under full boost, so stay tuned. So here's a rundown of what is happening. Whenever I am over, say, 20 psi or 30 psi of boost, I notice that the car is pushing coolant through this line right here, and the temperature normally raises immediately to or between 205 and 210 Fahrenheit. Whenever I'm not in boost, it drops down back to 186 cruising. If I'm parked, it will idle all the way up to 195, and then the fans will kick in and it will go back to like 186, 188. This has happened twice. If you can look in it, the fluid is very low, and if you can look in the overflow, it is up but it's not full. So that is what I observe been happening. If I'm driving normally, it doesn't push the coolant. It's just when I get into boost. So what I will be doing today is I'm going to check to see if my head gasket is bad. Then I'm going to re-bleed the system, and this was what came with the radiator. I had this Mitsubishi sitting for a while that I bought for the Subaru when I bought the radiator, but I use the OEM radiator caps. So those are what I think can be bad. It could be the radiator cap, it could be head gasket, or maybe something else. So I'm just testing to see what is the problem. So I'm gonna do a combustion leak test and then reflush the system and do a different radiator cap, then test. As you can see, the liquid didn't turn yellow or brown, so it doesn't seem like it's a head gasket unless there's a small leak. But if it was exhaust leak, it would show up in this thing. So I'm leaning towards it's the radiator cap. So let me bleed the system and then go check it to see if it's still push cold. So what I did is, of the spill-free funnel, you go let the car run, and then you want to put the maximum heat so that the system will bleed properly. So now I'm just waiting for it to get up to temp. That's a coolant temp right here, and let it cycle a couple times. You want the thermostat to open, and I normally let it cycle for like four times. So that's how I bleed the system. So afterwards, then I'm going to do a different radiator cap and see if that fixes the problem. So I'll get back to you. So as you can see, it's idling. Temperature is 190, and it will climb to like 195. Then the fan will kick in, the thermostat should open, and it will go down back to 180. So I'm just let it doing its thing, like get all the air pocket out. So it's a waiting game. Back down to 185, 183, then it will climb all the way back up to like 195. So just gonna continue this cycle until all the air bubbles are out right here, and then go for a test drive. So I got it bled. I have the Mitsubishi cap on, and I had this fill up to the full mark. So if it's still pushing coolant, it will be above it, or in the engine bay will have coolant again. So that's how I knew it was pushing coolant the first time. So let's go test it again and see if it was the radiator cap. So yeah. just coming back from a test drive, and it didn't overflow. As you can see, it looks dry, and I was pushing it for multiple pulls, pushing it, but I saw it spike to 205 one time, and I'm assuming it got hot at that time, because on the other instances where it was giving problem, no matter how many pulls I do, it would spike to like 212, 214. So I'm going to continue keep an eye on the system, but for now I think the problem was the radiator cap. So this one seems to be working. So yeah, that is it. So there goes the end of the diagnosis. Overall, I had thought it was the radiator cap that was a problem, and the reason why is, if you have a system and the radiator cap is good and the car is overheating, even when you stop and it push coolant into the overflow reservoir, it should pull back coolant from the overflow reservoir, and this wasn't doing that. It stayed at the same level at all time, and it would push straight past the reservoir and to atmosphere. So I had always thought it may be the radiator cap, but you have to rule out every possibility, and head gasket was one of them. So all in all, in my book, I'll take this as a win and it's fixed, but if it pops up later on, I'll let you guys know. So just be safe, and thank you for watching. Happy New Year as well.